Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back everybody to Satisfactory. Left off last stream after just finishing this magnificent build. We now have some 30 odd gigawatts of power to play with just from this, which should be boosted quite a bit further by the summer slopes. But I had some issues, namely this floor is barely functioning, there's some problems on the other floors, and I've actually played around with this off camera to try to understand what's happening. And there were a few things I've played around with, but I think I managed to figure out how to get it to work close to at least max efficiency. Okay, this is the last one. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna not mix the belts. Apparently fluids and vertical builds are a match made in heaven. I'll let that run while I figure out how I'm gonna actually do this. So yeah, this is not gonna be the most glamorous build out there, but it is a crucial part of making this whole thing actually work. I think very close to capacity. I don't know if it's gonna be full capacity or not, but it is going to be at least very close. One more thing I need to do is this needs to go down to wait, is the clock speed correct here? This is my turbo fuel build. I'm gonna quickly check. I don't even have that one open. Let's assume that this is correct. I need to split this between the two separate builds. So assuming this is 67, half of it is, well, 30. 34. Let's set it to 34. And we're just gonna copy that and paste that one here, which is the last one in this chain. And last but not least, the reason why we've done all of this is so that I can now do that little move, which brings me to step number 2 in my devious plan to make this actually work properly. Nodal works on the tightest of spaces, which is really awesome. First of all, I'm gonna prevent backflowing towards a lower level. I think that this is one of the most important bits. Second of all, this also needs to Okay, I've done that in the wrong order. You know what? I can spend the extra 1 minute to make this junction similar to the rest. That's not lining up, is it? No, it's not. Not a big deal, just a couple of extra. Pipes, and this part is done. We don't set any limit here, and well, let's spend just a bit of time to actually color things properly. It kind of bothers me that to have that orange color on top of the yellow. Although now that I think about it, orange is probably the better color. But anyway, it is all done. We can change this back to its correct color, and we'll get back to that floor in just a second. Next step. We need to go through all the floors. This is the bare minimum I need to do to connect those. So this one gets a flow pipe valve here. This is 240. This is 120. Correct color, and we move on to the next floor. Pumps are all correctly configured. I've actually double checked that. There's no problem with the pumps, there's no problem with anything else other than I'm assuming the actual problem is gravity here and how gravity interacts with the rest of the system. But if I actually control at each pipe, the amounts that are meant to be let through, I've seen that the results actually improve to actually have a full flow through the system. We'll check that out in just a second. You don't have to take my word for it. This is the last one, so this is 240. That's 120. Yeah, the colors is for most things. And last valve I need to set will be over here. of hate how that pipe fits, that valve fits on the pipe, but it is what it is. The last one, this is gonna be a 360 valve. And last but not least, definitely not least, I will actually get a pump on the output as well, and that is mainly to prevent backflows. I'm trying to put the water pump as close to the junction as possible to maximize the volume there. I don't know if it will have any sort of impact. I kind of doubt it, but it cannot hurt. And so there's one problem here. I cannot properly see the flags for these blenders. There is one more thing I've noticed while testing things. Either one of the belts here is still a Mark 5 belt, a Mark 4 belt, and I just didn't realize, or one of the belts is actually bugged and prevents proper throughput. The answer is one of the belts is a Mark 4. Okay. A lot of the belt is Mark 4. All better now. Nothing to worry about. What I will do though is I really hate this ad hoc build over there. I might decommission plastic as well altogether, but there are a couple of steps I need to take before doing that. Yeah, excuse me, I have a very rough voice today. Really hope I'm not coming down with something. Okay, this is the building I was looking for. Well, doesn't really matter. We're gonna do it like this, and I think I have a power node over here. I think that eventually this will run over the limit, and when that happens I need to have a place for those resources to fall through. there's plenty of plastic, so let's cut that off for now. And over here I actually need to do a double. Double build. I think that this will work. I hope that this will work. Let's see. So I'm thinking I just... yeah, that is not the correct setup. I thought it might need to be just slightly backwards, but so lengthwise that's good. I need to just go one space away. Something. Still had blueprint mode on, didn't I? As I was saying, one space that way and maybe something like this. Third time's the charm. And you know what? I don't need to try to be that close. This should definitely work now. This one can connect back into the top belt, I guess. I'm just wondering if I can not do that. So does this look half decent? It does. I was amazingly smart enough to set both of them, so I don't have to do anything now. And by both of them I mean both directions as outputs. So for this one I go to the top and I just go down to Dix, I think. Let's see if this works. This should... not like that. Come on, remove that. Let's try again. This time in the right direction. One ticks. Two ticks seemed correct. Okay, that now has its own dedicated sink. It has its own dedicated uploader. That means that all of this which was meant to be temporary to begin with. Is actually temporary. To my surprise. The temporary thing for once is actually temporary. That's not something we see that often. Rubber is full, plastic is full. I could get out of here right now, but that was weird. What's happening there? No, this is 100%. Oh, it's an output issue. Maybe I'm not that high on polymers, but it's 100%. Oh, this is the issue. How bad is this being impacted? 86%. So the problem is that I'm low on polymers. This is extremely long polymers. What gives? Why is this 95? Like this is 200 units. I'm starting to believe that the system was... Oh yeah, the system was over flooded. That's the problem there, but what's the problem here? When I redid the storages, the system was stuck for plastic. Let's watch here. Now, this is what you like to see. 100%. I'm not expecting everything to be 100%, obviously. There are some rounding issues. 98, 99 and growing, 92. 100% basically across the line. Let's just watch the top floor here. Full green. Not a single problem. How's this? I'm actually gonna double check. Which lines is this providing? This is providing for level 2 and level 4. I had problems on the last level and then the second to last level, so let's see what's happening with this belt. That's quite a bit of heavy oil residue that's in the pipes. So I'm assuming that that's the problem. I did have heavy oil residue issues. That's 74%, that's 69. It's not an oil supply, it's an output issue. Same here, it's output for heavy oil. This is full. guess the last check I probably should have done is this one. This should be locked at 600 cubic meters per minute. There will be fluctuations though. I couldn't get it to behave in a perfect manner. Although, actually, looks like a steady 600. This should still be recovering with productivity, but it is working at full capacity. Everything here should now be working at full capacity. And hopefully no more fuel backup. Bit of fuel backup here, but yeah, it's all 100%, so plastic should recover. Maybe we'll do something like an outro tour at the end of the stream. We have our plastic, we have our rubber. Not all of it. As I've mentioned that at some point I'll add 2 more building blocks. And I might come back here to do some turbo fuel shipping probably. Okay, so I've been ignoring the top right corner for quite a while now. We have completed, after quite a long time, the phase 4. So it is time to actually pull the lever. Now, unfortunately, my hub is somewhere. I actually have no idea where. I would have guessed on top of one of these buildings. Oh, there it is. Really? I don't have power? But I do not need the hub. What I need is to smash this button. It has been a very long time coming, but
Welcome to the Pioneers Got Power Problems presentation. That was a joke. Anyway, you're familiar with the process. Just throw the lever and the automated systems will take over. Imagine all the time and effort that would be wasted if you had to do all that work as well. Some work is just better suited for machines. Phase 5 contains technology the human brain cannot comprehend, so just trust in me and fix-it policy and everything will go as planned. Answering all your questions will take time we simply do not have. Everything is going to be just fine, so long as you do your job. We've come this far together after all, haven't we? Anyway, you know what to do. Just don't forget to keep producing previous project parts, and plan ahead when setting up new production lines, and make sure not to leave it all until the last moment.
Okay, now that we've listened to that beautiful presentation about Ada, it's finally time to ship this thing up. I'll wait. I actually haven't seen this animation. First time I'm completing phase 4. Complete
Phase 4
5.
project assembly completed. If style was measured in my performance reports, yours would be something special. Regardless, saving the day is within our grasp. Do not lose focus now. You must understand the weight on your shoulders, but you are not alone. I am here, and I know exactly what's at stake. This goes beyond Earth. Your actions will affect the universe at large. You might think I am exaggerating. Perhaps you will understand once you finish project assembly. Phase 5 awaits. I expect your best work.
Well, we've heard Ada. Phase 5 awaits. We've already had buffered like 500 pasta, so I'll just let that. Oh my gosh, that's 500 on the belt. That was a bit crazy, but well, no rush. Funny joke. We have unlocked tier 9. What do we need to do for tier 9? What does this bring us? Am I meant to have this just now? Interesting. So time crystal, I know that time crystals are what's required for the last belt, which is in peak efficiency, which is, I think this is made out of diamonds, and diamonds are made out of, well, something here. AI expansion server, I think is one of the, yeah, it's that one. Yeah, this is, I don't think anything interesting on its own, and it does require fix-it stuff. Blueprint, sure, whatever, not interesting right now. Portals are really interesting, but basically in the end it's just for ballistic warps. We will get some portals going, but this is the main thing that I am after in this phase, for which we need crystals. We already, oh my gosh, okay, so let's make the first deposit. I don't want to hold them, so we'll play the long game here. This is the first milestone that I actually want to do, and that is, let's see. I really wish I could move this out of the way. If I manage to hurry, I can actually put most of those back. Not turbo motors. Okay, let's search. Hundred of these and cooling system. Actually, I can get all of them.
Milestone reached. The converter uses strange alien matter, abbreviated to SAM, to break down and transform materials at their most fundamental levels. I am sure even you can appreciate the power to manipulate atomic bonds. Most importantly, you are now able to locally create fixite, a highly adaptable synthetic metal, ideal for any kind of construction. It is everything we need to save the day, and perhaps its admirable qualities can inspire you.
Yeah. So this one can be made out of iron ingots, deuterium, or aluminum. Obviously, iron being the most accessible, but at the same time the most expensive. And the slowest. And aluminum being the fastest. Okay, interesting. This also allows us to convert between resources. Quite interesting, but it does require SAM for that, so let's have a quick look here. So this one for now we can just make out of coal. Okay, sure, this seems like a very straightforward recipe. In a particle accelerator at a rate of 30 per minute. Yikes. There are alt recipes, and that reminds me. You know what? We have plenty of power. I don't need the mines. Did I forgot to take that one. I want to have it on me to be able to deposit the iron as we collect it. Because that is 10,000 iron, which is quite a lot. Is this the baseline? Yes, this is the baseline. So this is not what I was planning on doing, but it is new stuff, and do I blueprint anything here? Why would I? Okay, this thing served this purpose. We can all agree it was a beautiful power plant, but it is time that it goes away. Not necessarily that it's in the way or anything, but I am going to build. I'm gonna draw the how do we call it? Call. That's how we call it. I'm gonna really. I'm gonna get all the coal out of here. Really? Damn autosave. This is why I had autosave turned to very... Very low settings. Oh man, this takes forever when I'm not deconstructing blueprints. I really hope I don't mess any power lines to anything. That one can go away. I think that some power lines actually have some connections to the rest of the factory. I would really have hoped that I've run an alternate line. Kind of hate that I cannot confirm that anyway, anyhow. But it is what it is. I have no idea what that was, but it was something. And I did add power to one thing. Anyway, we move past that. What did I want to do? I want to upgrade this to a Mark III first and foremost. Oh. That would be a problem. I need to remember to also speed. Speed up this mine and connect, well, any sort of power for that matter. Power is back on. What was the ratio here? I think I was okay with so I have 200 from the other two miners. I need a total of 800, so I need 400 here. Whatever. I don't have a shortage of anything right now, so might just as well. And out of all things, coal is the one that I need to remove from my inventory. That one I actually need. So let's keep it there. Pretty sure I have iron plates. Where's my aluminum? Okay, sure, later. We need to do this build anyway, so... Can I get back up here? You'd think I'd learn from my mistakes. Well, it's aligned to something. I have no idea which direction I want to build in. I'm kind of reticent to build very close to that one, but at the same time there's a wall there. And this is a very long build already. Maybe this space is actually enough. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead with this space. And I think I'm gonna build just over here. So for this one I need trigons. This is done in a constructor. Okay. I need to produce SAM, and from SAM with iron ingots I can produce this one. And this one is only used to produce trigons. Trigons have multiple recipes. Okay, 80 of those. And water for the sculptures. This is actually very easy to set up, amazingly. So we're gonna do it with a fixed trigon from iron ingots from now. Iron ingots, we're gonna do pure iron ingots for a change, and I'm gonna try to see what 80 per minute is. 80 per minute is not that expensive. It's 340 340 iron per minute. I do want to check. I actually have no clue. Oh, there it is. So let's produce some iron ore here. I can expand up to 600, which is something. This is a very simple recipe. So Sam is just reanimated Sam. There's no question about it. There's no alternative. This is an impure node. An impure node will produce at max capacity 300, I believe. Well, yeah, I can see it's here. I want to see if there's anything else nearby. Not that far away. Like, that's I've ran longer belts. I have a copper belt from here to here, so. And the next node is all the way Oh, that's a pure node. Interesting. It is interesting the fact that this is probably best converted on site. It reduces the throughput substantially, and it's not like I can do anything fancy with it if I process it anywhere else. So how much can I make out of these two nodes? So I have a 900 in total. I cannot do 160 trigons per minute, unfortunately. Let's see. I'm gonna be limited by the iron ore. And it's a bit of an awkward situation because I actually had plans for this iron ore node. I do have a replacement iron ore node over here. Okay, that's a weird rounding. Okay, interesting. Okay, 600 iron ore on the dot will give me 139.285 trigons. I really hope that this tool is accurate. But basically what this means I need is 17. Okay, that's a lot of refineries. 342 water. I actually have that water. Quite handy over here. And this is gonna be a big build. I am debating whether I should split this on multiple levels, go vertical or not, with the iron. Okay, let me do this first. So I'll need a converter eventually. How much? This is 240 per minute. That's a huge amount of iron ingots. Once I get a belt, this is actually within the belt's capacity. I will produce 1100 something. Do I just go and build higher and pump up the water so I can build that way? Okay, let's just build for now. I'll build this way. And let's use this as the baseline for everything. Let's see where I'll end up. It's good that I already have the water pipes here, so I think that this is as good as it gets of a decision. I need 17 of these. Let's build the first 10. Well, I either build... Let's build the first 10 and see how much it takes. Surely I have a lot of recipes to discover, but I want this recipe first and foremost. Let's see what the new recipe or the new hard drive gave us. Cloudy diamonds and turbo diamonds. Interesting. So we're using some packaged turbo fuel which uses plastic as well, but we are getting substantially more diamonds. Per unit of coal. Which one's the... This is 10, but actually limestone I'm using quite a bit. I'm not sure which recipe is better. Anyway, I wanted to be able to set this recipe here now. Does this actually copy over the recipe? No, it doesn't. Why would it? I'm just checking if I have enough clearance at the bottom floor, and I think I do. So these are 5. I do have power lines below me. These are 8. Really? It bugged out again? I'm wondering if there's anything I can do about it. So that's 8. You know what? I think I'll just keep pushing. Then that's 12. That's 14. That is 16. And that's 18. Oh, okay. That's an interesting take on things. I was fairly sure that I was producing enough iron over on the thing I've set up a very long time ago. Apparently I was wrong. Yeah, my shortcut numbers for some reason are just not working. Might have to do a very quick restart. If anything needs to go turbo is my base build resource production. That's 50 per minute, that's 50. Why do I even bother? 75 per minute. How much is this producing? 30. 45. 60. Fairly sure I don't have enough ore. I don't think I have the miner on any quick slot, and even if I had the miner on quick slot, it wouldn't work. So 50 per minute is a decent number, I guess. Let's do a quick system restart. I'll just restart this session, and we'll be right back in the game, hopefully with the keyboard shortcuts working. I have been trying out a new planner. Let me quickly bring that on screen now. Nope, that's not the one. This is the one. That's a bit too big. Let me uncrop so everybody can see the whole screen. No more ads to navigate around. This is yeah, something didn't go well there, but this is basically what we are building right now. Let's make this in a nice corner, nice and center. I've seen a few people in the community talk about the tool. I think it still lacks a couple of things. Which I really like in the Excel spreadsheet that I made. Well, that might be a bit of a biased thing, but I kind of don't like that as soon as you connect an input to an output, there's no way to see the actual throughput. So basically for the way I use planners, or the way I use my Excel spreadsheet is more to keep track of my base, not to keep track of an ideal state. I would like to be able to keep track of an ideal state, but primarily I'm interested to know how my base is behaving. And this was the last one. I kind of hate that I'm getting distracted. I wanted to upscale other parts of my base right now, but at the same time, we have new toys, and for better or worse, the base is functional, so yeah, I don't know. We'll see how we go. Okay, so this should give me a bunch of power. You know what, I haven't used this a lot, but well, apparently I'm not. Actually, can I do this? Can I replace that? No. I cannot replace, so it is what it is. Sure, let's connect to a random power pole. I mean, what could go wrong? And this is the big downside with pure recipes, I would say. They're very effective, they take up a lot of space as a trade-off. Let's not forget that one. Don't know if I really need the double loop here, but at the same time I don't think it hurts to have it. Per minute. Okay, so the standard setup that I am doing is like this. Can I get this to fit nicely? I guess that would be it. Yeah, that will not snap. Not in a million years. Guess that will have to do. Oh, No, all for nothing. I'm changing this to grip metal, so let's start bringing resources in, I think. I am deliberately trying a new recipe, a new, well, I guess we could call it a recipe, a new layout. Ah, so interesting. It doesn't work like this. Does it work when I do it like this? Something is very off here. Why is that at an odd angle? Whatever. Let's just do it the way we know it works. Okay, I'll be fully honest, I do not get it. I've actually never run into this problem. Maybe? Is it like a cardinal direction? Shouldn't be. Like, this is a line throughout my entire base. Very interesting dilemma. Okay, I'll do a game restart. Apologies for the delays, but yeah, no. I've never seen the junction not properly aligned vertically, or horizontally for that matter. It's gonna take just a second to relaunch the well, here let's set up the other one as well. I'm gonna do it just from ouch, that's expensive, and that's really expensive. I do not have that amount of resources. I have Oh, it's at 1 to 40. What? How much do I have? I have maybe enough for 30. Yeah, I have enough for 30 of those. So that's not it either. I am working on a different grid than my plastic base. Let's try to learn from previous builds. The reason why I put this further back was to actually have this junction here look just slightly better. Yeah, that's so bizarre. I guess I could do something like a blueprint to make sure it always aligns. Just pipe plus the thing at a set height. So let's get water through first. Where are my 2 water pipes? So those pipes should have technically 300 per minute. If I just go here and let's delete this for now at least. Pipe is too long, sure. Maybe like this. Awesome. And it's a somewhat straight pipe, surprisingly. I kind of doubt that this one is gonna be enough, but we'll see. Speaking of seeing, the input is over here. I'll keep my inputs on the same line. Can I get the elevator all the way down? Yes, I can. I said I'll use the other mine. It's not that well, technically it's basically the same distance away, so it is right near the lakes. Is it the same purity? Yeah, it's the same purity. I'm somehow looking straight at it, but I do not see it. To my right. Okay, oh, there it is. Hidden in plain sight. Well, at least from me. So how much do I actually need here? I actually need 600. 600 I need, 600 I get. Okay. I was about to say great, now I've lost my belt. Oh, I am already here. This should be enough to produce things in just a second. Yep, this is working. We now just need to connect things. Really? Assuming this thing has properly connected. I'll connect this for now. I'll need to upgrade with a new type of belt as soon as I get it. But this is basically first level. So let's get this belted onto the next level. I'll need a Sam. Sam will come through here, I guess. Did I center it? Yes, I did. And for Sam, a regular belt, tier 3 belt will do. Now, I'm not gonna stay and do fancy do I do a blueprint planner here? Let's analyze a bit. This is a 2-tile wide. It's basically same footprint as the other one. You know what? Which one can I use as a baseline? I do have a new blueprint that I haven't showed yet for assemblers. But those are not a good candidate here. I think I will use the... let's go with the manufacturer. I did say that it's only a 2 wide, so I can remove that. The style kind of intrigues me, so let's keep it like this. And we're doing a converter here. I'll just do the variation that I need now. Purely theoretically speaking, I could maybe compress this a bit more, but I don't think it's required. Okay, I have fluid as an output. I don't need fluid now. Let's see if... yeah, that one aligns well. Fluid cannot bend that way. Actually, it can. My bad. I think that I need to change position for that. And this needs to be one level taller. And also this should be grip metal. That looks good. Let's do the solid outputs. What's this? This is the input side, right? Yes, this is input side. So this is a splitter with input from over here. And generally, yeah, it is 4 wide. A nice alignment over there. Let's do this bit. Nope, this needs to be a merger in that direction. And last but not least, let's do something for the pipes. Okay, one way of fixing this is again, still crooked. And this will not snap. It snapped to something, so I'll take it. I think that this is gonna be a straight connection. And I need to remember now, this is gonna be a left to right. I think left to right I have it in a black color scheme, yes. Yikes, my foundries are not updated to have walls. Okay, which one do I want? I want colors. This is my standard. No fluid color for the pipes. And what's this? Converter, yes. And I need what, 4 converters? 5 converters? Sure. How many? I said 5. 2. I said 2, yes. Do I regret not automating those yet? To be honest, I kind of do. I've messed that one up. Okay. Okay, before I do that, where's my blueprint? Did that? Yeah, that snapped. Poorly. I kind of remember putting it dead on the center. I don't know, maybe something like that. it will output something. I still have power shards, which is nice. I think I have just about enough to get me through to automating them. I hope I have just enough to get me through there. I'll need some of these for time crystals. Lovely. Okay, we are building. I'm gonna check just in case before I commit too much, but yeah, I have plenty of buffer even with max consumption, so nothing to be worried about. Last but not least, there we have our thingies. As I was saying, last but not least, it is the constructor, I think. Now, with constructors, they are purposefully not enclosed because there's way too many combinations for space efficiency. How do I want to do this? You know what? Let's just get 4 of these working for now. What is that? Also, why don't I get a line? Is that not? Oh, that is a bit off center. Now, if I do this, will this work? Yeah, I guess it will. What's the alignment again? Oh, that was lucky. I totally forgot that I have this input over here. Am I not outputting anything? Yes, obviously. for crafting. We're gonna have trigons very soon. This time I've learned my lesson from plastic, and this is gonna go 5 down. So I think that this is the way to line that. That's snapped properly. Let's get rid of the excess if I can. Oh, I forgot to connect something here. It really helps when both belts are connected indeed. So hopefully that should be a bit of a better throughput. Was it to the left? I do not. Yeah, it was to the left, and I think that's a bit too far away. Oh. There we go. Took me a while, but we have trigons. Next step, next build is going to be what? Oh yeah, that's expected. So the problem with this next build is, first of all, it's not that complex. It's just 2 particle accelerators plus 5 trigons, or 5 converters, sorry. Always mix a new terminology up until I get used to it. And even more for the particle accelerators. That's a good motivation to get the final tier blueprint builder. Is that enough? have no idea where this is meant to snap. Probably here. Let's see. No. It is a 5 wide, not a 3 wide. Not a 4 wide. One more. What missing? I'm not missing anything. Worked, apparently. This is single input, so this is actually gonna be just good enough. It is outputting fluid, an item, not a fluid. And let's see, alignment is over here and over here. Obviously, output is going to be upwards, not downwards. Input is downwards. So, I'm trying to match the pattern that I've used up. Yeah, this is the wrong pattern. That whole thing needed to be offset at one more row. How do I do this? It looks good, I think. This is aligned correctly. I kind of don't like the fact that I'm getting close to my base in the direction that I'm building right now. But hopefully I don't think I'm gonna reach that far at any point. So that should hopefully be okay. Now, what I need to do here is gonna be a bit messy. Set this to overflow, and I'm pretty sure I'll get some resources. We will have the priority merger eventually. Oh yeah, recipe, not nuclear pasta. Must have misclicked. Oh no, I actually didn't. I didn't do the power line at all for some reason. This is just this. A very simple recipe, but it's a very simple recipe that I most likely won't be able to print down. Okay, I don't have that blueprint anywhere, so I need to grab it from here. Let's go and figure out what I'm missing there. What's happening with this one? Yeah. I am missing a lot of Caterium. It is all the way down here. I don't have wire, really? I know it doesn't make any sort of difference, but so I need to get reanimated Sam here somehow. I'll need some Sam fluctuators. There is a problem that this and that one are the only nearby nodes. That one is a bit too far away. These ones are impure and... I guess there is an opportunity here. I really hate that I cannot pan the map, like... so annoying. And I have the tooltip going under the markers. Right menu? Purity. The P is lowercase, so I'm gonna assume it's purity impure. And I think that that's a pure node. I have the train line going all the way here, so I can very easily transport Sam back to my home base, which is probably what I want to do. And I'm impatient, so I'm gonna do this. I'm a bit afraid of how much walls I need to actually put here. I'm actually wondering if it would be better to deconstruct and reconstruct, although that's gonna be a lot of piping I'll need to redo and belting. Okay, we can at least plot one of these things. Um, I didn't think that all the way through, did I? I was actually quite sure it's gonna match. Well, very little consequence right now. I'll just do a couple of these to get the ball rolling. Yeah, I need 100 fluctuators. That is gonna take a long time to accumulate. But hey, technically everything is built now. We just need to manage the scale a bit. I had it on blueprint mode. There we have it, our first time crystals. Iron plates still kind of slow. Dragons already backfilling. Nice. We love to see that. Well, at least some of them I'll be able to get back into the storage. I took out the wrong things. Okay, that's done. $18 time crystals. It's time to expand my sand production, I guess. And I actually need to automate pipes somehow, somewhere. But for now, first order of business. I need to find that mine again. I think it's over there. Yes. Hopefully nothing respawned in here. What's this? A miner Mark II. Really? They respond. I heard one more somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe I've misheard one more somewhere. So this goes Mark 3, this gets all the SAM it needs, all the ore shard it needs, and it's 120 per minute. Now, maybe this is a bit of an overkill. No, this is 300 per minute out of the 700. What belt is that? Very slow belt. This is consuming 120 out of 300. I'm producing 30. What's the bottleneck here? Well, I'm assuming the bottleneck is that full? Why are all of these machines yellow? Because they are full. Because I need 5 of those things and I just have 2 working. Well, yeah, that explains it. I'm missing radio control units. Okay, more time crystals. That's lovely. But, well, I'm running into all sorts of problems now with missing materials. I'm wondering. Okay, so let's see. SAM ore. Is SAM ore used in anything else? No. SAM ore just converts into reanimated SAM. Reanimated SAM is used in Fluctuator, first of all, but also ingots and conversion recipes. And I believe that would be it. A lot of conversion. I have one still locked. That reminds me to check my hard drive again. That seems very convenient. Can I steal a lot of iron plates from... I have a few alts, but I could steal quite a few iron plates from here, to be honest. It would be a fairly quick build, but I don't know if I want to do that build. Let's just go to the main base. I'm sure I can find something to steal from there. Ideally, something that goes... Something that is not working would be the first... First big requirement. Any of you producing plates? Nope. Really, am I not producing plates anywhere? I would be producing plates here, I guess. Plates and screws. So there's still work being done here. But this is not working at full speed, and I have an opportunity here. Yep, this is my iron plate, so I can do a dimensional depot here. Is that too steep? Ah, all good. Oh, we can overflow and get potentially faster. Potentially faster build speeds. Where did I leave my hub? Oh, is that the hub? Yes, that's the hub. And I think that I'm getting fairly close to what I wanted. Well, to what I'm gonna do for today. Wanted is a slightly different discussion. Okay, how many time crystals? Okay, can I do more? That's weird. That is extremely weird. I would have thought that I would be able to buffer some of those, unless I need them somehow for the cubes. Where am I building them? These ones. Oh, I am bottlenecked on aluminum casing. I see. Am I actually using them somewhere right now? Yes, the ones that I have are also being used. And my aluminum is, I'm producing about 10% of what I need. Just purely out of curiosity, where am I using it? It was this one, it's the third lane. And I'm already branching it here. Supercomputers, okay. And I'm pretty sure that supercomputers are used. Are supercomputers used here? Oh, it's radio control units. Up front, radio control units. I have a full buffer of supercomputers at least, so that's one less consumer. But I am consuming supercomputers as well. I would really like to figure out where though. What am I building here? Maybe see from down here. It's one of the space elevator parts that I kind of already assumed. Yeah, a lot more supercomputers to be had. So TLDR is that I don't think I'm expanding that one anytime soon. That works much faster now though. And even so, I am producing a fair amount, I would say. Let's do a fairer amount. recipe. We have another alternative to use for our heavy fuel. Do petroleum diamonds. Although I think that the power drain over there would be quite okay, we're up to date. Yeah, I think that the hard drive rewards over there would be quite no, I think that the power consumption would be very high, and I wouldn't be able to consume everything, but I could divert some resources, I guess. What's happening here? No recipe, no, oh, no power. I can only build one. Oh, it's at the bottom floor. Time crystals are almost there. It's the iron ore that's lagging behind by what? By 2k? Yeah. I should have that in no time. It's not gonna be much. But still a few extra units. A few extra units won't hurt. Can I also do something else here? Right now I'm not that keen on stockpiling other things. I have plenty of supercomputers in storage, so I'll just divert whatever I have for now to this build. Why? Oh, obviously, I do not have the upgraded belt yet for 1.2k per minute. Have one more? We have one more. I want to produce as many of these as I can, because this is gonna be my new belt material. already, the 5th. Let's just do 4 machines, 5 machines here and 5 there to have even numbers. It's nice that this is actually a good ratio. I think time crystal wise I am set. This is gonna be the last thing for today, as I've already mentioned. Just need 800 more iron plates. 500 more. Next episode, let's look a bit at the milestones. This is not an interesting one. I don't have superposition oscillators, and that's a lot of radio control units and a lot of sound fluctuators. So we're not gonna do that just yet. I could look at unlocking this one, but this would allow me to produce superposition oscillators and neural quantum processors, whatever these do. Is that used? No. Maybe in the AI expansion server. It is required here for some reason, for the blueprint designer. I don't think this is enough just yet, but I just need 60 more. More.
Milestone reached. After close scrutiny, 2 problems were identified in Mark V conveyor belts. The first was the belt part, so force fields have been implemented in the Mark VI instead, to maximize transfer speeds. The second problem is inefficient pioneers, but sadly no remedy is available for this severe impediment. Yet.
Okay, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I want to look at this. Let's see if I can actually upgrade everything. This looks quite cool. I like it. I have to see what the collision boxes are gonna look like now. I can foresee some issues there. But for now, this looks quite slick. So this should be delivering now 600 per minute without any sort of problems. I am draining a bit from one of the mines, so maybe not fully without any sort of problems. doesn't stops. That's an annoying thing though. An annoying side effect. Let's make sure that this is 600 as well. It is. Don't get run over by the train. This is now 600 per minute, which means that I only need 200 from the other one. I really wish to get priority mergers very soon. Actually, can I do anything there? So I said I need 200 output over here. It's one way of doing things. Not a good way, not the best way, but one way. Really? I've just realized it is a lot of belt to upgrade. And I most likely don't have enough trigons, time crystals. Yep. Too much. But I do need to upgrade that. So the throughput needs to be at 800 per minute. So basically everything up to here needs to be upgraded. This, a few belts down here need to be upgraded. And then all the way to my plastic build. But as you can see, time crystals take a while to collect. So what I'll do is actually I'll continue in the next stream with my steel setup, I guess. Yeah, this is full throughput, which means that I am consuming 780, which means it's a very good confirmation that the build is working as intended. But yeah, that being said, we'll end the stream here. Thank you all very much for watching, and yeah, hope to see you in the next one, where we'll be doing finally the steel build. Have a good one.